everyone, this is a video on how to complete the central and peripheral nervous system assignment in ClassKick. So what you're going to want to do is, starting in the Google Classroom, go ahead and go to classwork. It's going to be labeled either number 19 or number 20, central and peripheral nervous system. You're going to want to go ahead and click on the ClassKick link. Like we've done in class before, it's going to ask you to enter your name, and you'll do that. And you will go ahead and get to this page. So the instructions there are 4 pages for this assignment. The instructions for this first page are to move each word in the word bank below to the correct spot on the diagram of the neuron. So here we're labeling the neuron. And so you can see here, this is the work we did in class. And it has that neuron labeled. All right. So slide 2, instructions, fill in the blanks with the correct information from the class notes. I did already fill these in here because we went over this in class. These were from our notes on the Google slides. So up top we have nervous system, network of nerve cells and fibers that transmit signals, communicate and control bodily processes. That branches off into 2 different systems. Got the central nervous system on one side, which controls activities of the body, and that includes the brain and the spinal cord. On the opposite branch, we have the peripheral nervous system that carries messages to and from the central nervous system. And here we have the somatic nervous system, which, just zooming in a little bit, which is going to control the voluntary movement of the body, versus autonomic, again, it's automatic, controls the involuntary bodily functions. You will fill those in. Can definitely stop the video and look at those. On page 3, we are comparing and contrasting the structure and function of the central nervous system to the peripheral nervous system and the somatic nervous system to the automatic. One thing here, you can write in the box or in the circles below using the pen mode, or I recommend just creating a text box. That way you can just type in it. So let's see. So central versus peripheral, we're going to take a look at the different structures. So you can see here, you're going to give me structures that are associated with the central nervous system versus the peripheral, and the function of each. And then in the middle, you're telling me how they're the same structurally and how they're the same functionally. For the somatic nervous system versus autonomic, again, they have very similar structures, but what are the difference in their functions? What are they controlling? And also giving an example of each. And finally, we're going to come down to the last slide, which is about monosynaptic reflexes. So the instructions here say use your knowledge of monosynaptic reflexes to complete the questions below. So the first question, what is a monosynaptic reflex? Describe in your own words. So we're thinking about, how one sensory neuron receives input from the environment, sends that signal to the central nervous system, to one interneuron that sends it to the motor neuron to control some sort of movement. We're then going to move the words to label that motor neuron. So we're looking here at this diagram. So we have the receptor. It sends a signal. That signal gets sent to the spinal cord, which has another neuron, and then sends it out to the muscle. So you're going to want to put those labels in the correct spot that you see there. Lastly, why do people have reflexes? What is the advantage of being able to respond to things in your environment? And so you're going to want to take some time to answer that one. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will stop here.